Welcome to the Undisputed Podcast. I'm your host, Joy Taylor. On today's show, should the Patriots still be Super Bowl favorites despite losing some key players? Plus, NASCAR star Bubba Wallace joins the show to talk about his second-place finish at the Daytona 500. And which NCAA Tournament star should be the first pick in the NBA draft? Skip, Shannon, let's get to it. Free agency is in full swing, and New England has already lost a number of key players. Yesterday, left tackle Nate Solder signed with the Giants. This came after Danny Amendola left for Miami, and Dion Lewis and Malcolm Butler signed with the Patriots. Despite these losses, the Patriots are still favorites to win the Super Bowl, according to Bovada. Shannon, should they be favorites?
No. Of all the players that they've lost in Tom Brady's 18 years, Skip, and they've lost a lot of players on both sides of the football, be it running backs, wide receivers, defensive linemen, cornerbacks. I believe Nate Solder, in Tom Brady's 18 year in this organization, this will be his 19th season, Nate Solder is the biggest loss. And this is why I don't believe they should be the favorite. Because what we've seen, Skip, is that when they cannot protect Tom Brady, he's not the Tom Brady that's all-time historically great.
Yep.
And if you notice, Jacksonville early in the first half in that game, in the championship game, the pressure came from his front side, not his blind side. The strip sack that happened in the Super Bowl came from the front side, not his blind side.
Right.
So Tom Brady gets to go back there and he sleeps really good Saturday night. He knows he's going to be able to stand upright because Nate Solder is on the watch.
Yep.
And so now with him leaving, now I get it. You can't keep everybody skipping. When you win as much as they have, teams come and raid your hen house because they know you have some good chickens up in there. They want to know. They bring you into the locker room. You can partake, impart some of that wisdom of what it took you and the Patriots, how they did it. But Skip, this is a huge, huge loss. Tom Brady is the commodity. He what provide protection. And we can see a lot of teams, Skip, they go out there and get cashiers.
Yep.
But not Tom Brady, not Coach Belichick. He know Nate Solder was that security guard that protected Tom Brady, and Tom Brady didn't have anything to worry about. This is a huge, huge loss. Malcolm Butler, look. Coach Belichick can replace those guys. We've seen him do it before, Skip. Amendola. They get Edelman back. And here's another thing. I get it. And they probably said, well, yeah, they're losing Amendola, but they're going to get Julian Edelman back. But did the odds makers, did they factor in that Gronk hadn't made a decision one way or another yet?
That's true.
Have they factored that in?
Yep.
And it's easy. Now, I get why they do it in the AFC, Skip. Really, there's only two stumbling blocks. The Steelers and the Jags. Now, I believe the Steelers, hey, I know what Ben Roethlisberger is, so they're going to probably be there. The Jags, defense, outstanding. Leonard Fournette can run the football. Blake Bortles, does he continue to his progression of moving forward, or does he stay stagnant or take a step back? But as far as winning it all, the team that just beat you with a backup. Carson Wentz is coming back. Minnesota Vikings, I believe with the addition of Kirk Cousins, they're better. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is coming back.
He is.
I don't get how they get to be number one, the favorite, losing Solder. Get Malcolm Butler. Just Solder alone. Now, I could, if they wanted to keep it like this, and I had a problem with it then. But if they want to keep it, says, okay, Malcolm, they replaced Ty Law. They replaced a lot of defensive players. Amendola, okay, you get Edelman back. But Dion Lewis, okay, they run it back by committee. But this guy? Skip, he's a premier left tackle. Everybody wants one because no matter how great your quarterback is, don't have one of them protecting his blind side and see what happened to you.
So, if next year Tom Brady goes out and wins his 6th Super Bowl at age 41, would you finally admit he's pretty good?
Yeah.
If he does it without all this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's good. He was before he got Nate Solder, he had won 3 Super Bowls.
So are you saying that Vegas is overrating the Brady factor here, or what? Because something's going on here. Vegas is still hanging on. They're saying they lost boom, 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 and boom. These are some big booms they lost, and I agree with you about Nate Solder. But they're still saying this team is better than the Eagles or the Rams or start the Steelers, throw them out there. Whoever. Again, the Eagles, to me, have won the offseason. We're about to talk about them in our next topic. But the Patriots are the biggest losers in the offseason. A year ago, remember, the Patriots went out and won the Super Bowl and then went and won the offseason. And people are saying it's unfair. Tom Brady's got an embarrassment of riches.
Right.
Not anymore. These are huge losses because, as you say, it's the left tackle. It's one of the rare sort of first-round picks. He was a first-round pick.
He's the second most important position on the offensive side of the football.
But I'm saying he was a real player. You didn't pick him off any scrap heaps.
No.
You actually took him with the 17th overall pick, even though he did not make a Pro Bowl in his stay in New England. It was always pretty quiet over there on the left side.
Yeah.
I mean, there were no Adrian Claibornes going off on Dak Prescott, right? You didn't see that happen, right?
Only one time, Skip. You remember that AFC Championship game when he had to go out there Mile High and he had to deal with D. Ware and Von Miller. And
they were just coming from everywhere, right?
It wasn't just Nate Solder, huh?
No, it wasn't just Nate Solder. So they also lose, easily to me, the best cornerback on the team that left a mutinous wake in the locker room because the whole locker room, via social media, said, "We love you, Malcolm."
Yep.
And it was anti-Belichick. Obviously, Belichick didn't play him a snap in the Super Bowl. Well, that's still a big loss. And then they lost by far the leading rusher from last year after Belichick swung and missed on Gillislee in free agency a year ago. And that brings us to little Danny Amendola. Once upon a time, undrafted out of Texas Tech, but he was the clutchest receiver on this team last year. I know Edelman can rival him, but will Edelman be, again, he relies on his quickness, and he tore up his ACL. Will he be exactly, will he have that little burst?
Right.
That little.
And he's probably going to play with that knee brace at least the first year, Skip.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume. But I agree with you. I get it. Vegas Patriots have a lot of fans, and that's some easy money. Oh, yeah, they're going to be the favorite. We're going to talk about the San Francisco, how they are, Skip. But I don't think people realize how important that guy is until you get into a game and all of a sudden, like the Cowboys playing the Falcons, and then you realize just how important Tyron Smith is. Or when you lose a Jason Peters. Now, if Big V doesn't do what he does, everybody's talking about, man, if they just had Jason Peters.
It stayed pretty quiet over there.
Exactly.
It did.
You need that guy.
Yep.
That's LT made it famous. Everybody wanted to go get one to protect him. And now everybody, look at all the teams that have good quarterbacks and they're in the playoffs. What did the Rams do? They went out and got Whitworth from free agency. And Jared Goff, look, he took off.
And by the way, Cincinnati couldn't replace him until just lately they had to go say, we got to go get a left tackle, right?
So we'll trade our 21st pick. You can have our 12th pick.
That's correct.
And we want Jordy Glenn.
That is correct.
Because you got to have that protection on that blind side.
Okay.
And Tom Brady knows that. He never had to worry about that.
And by the way, there is no obvious replacement on the roster. Nobody's been groomed for that position.
And there's no left tackles in free agency. So where can they go? It seems like, this Tom was getting upset with Coach Belichick. He said, see, now I've been playing on these discounts all these years, and I see everybody walking out the door, and you ain't getting anybody to protect me. Who's going to protect me?
So is it possible that Coach Belichick is trying to make it impossible for Tom Brady to succeed next year at age 41?
You won't leave? You don't want to leave, do you? Okay, I got it.
How about this? So to me, it is getting to the point where I believe Tom Brady could walk out in Foxborough an hour before the game and look up in the stands and say, you, and you, come on down here. You're gonna block for me today, and we'll figure it out, and we'll win this game.
Now, he might can throw the guys like that, but at that left tackle spot, Skip?
I'm just telling you, no one in sports history, and you won't give him this, but nobody in sports history in any sport, basketball, baseball, whatever, has had the contagious rub-off, make teammates better factor than this guy has. Nobody makes teammates, including the great Magic Johnson with the Showtime Lakers, LeBron with any of the teams he's been on.
LeBron.
No,
LeBron.
sorry.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Because you can just mix and match just about anybody with this guy, and he keeps making it work. He threw for a playoff record, not a Super Bowl, a playoff record, 505 yards in this past Super Bowl, throwing to an undrafted Amendola and an undrafted Chris Hogan. Really? That's just impossible. How does he do that? And Edelman, of course, was a 7th-round draft pick, and he's made him a star. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
How he was able to do that, Nate Solder had his blind side. When that's protected, when the quarterback know his blind side is protected, because he can see he's a right-handed quarterback, so he can see danger coming face on. It's the backside that you worry about. I promise you, Tom Brady is sleeping a little less comfortably right now, until they figured this situation out, Skip, a little less comfortably now than he was, let's just say, 2 days ago when Nate Solder hadn't signed with the Giants.
I think what Tom Brady is losing sleep over is the fact that Bill Belichick's defense gave up 41 points in the
Skip.
Super Bowl. Well, that's what
Coach
like what are you going to do about that, Coach?
What Coach Belichick is losing sleep over, say, oh, you going to blame the thumb for fumbling that ball?
Did you see how deep that cut was, by the way? I mean, a lot of people are starting to. I made a big deal of it immediately, but I saw on social media yesterday, everybody was talking still about the thumb, how deep the cut was. How did he even play with that?
I'm calling conspiracy theory.
Oh,
he
really?
did not cut that hand on Rex Burkhead helmet.
Okay, I gave you that, and you could be right, but a cut is a cut is a cut. And it was a deep one it's in the palm. It's at the base of the thumb. How hard is it to throw a football accurately with that
Coach
cut?
Belichick might have been saying, you trying to sabotage me. You did that at home.
Sabotage?
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Yeah. Why would Coach Belichick sabotage him then?
Well, because he got mandated to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. Like he wanted Brady out. That's why he would sabotage.
But when you look at this, Skip, they're not paying a whole lot of people a lot of money. Gronk is underpaid. Brady's underpaid. Okay, they gave the cornerback. They gave him Gilmore. Was that no? That's the one they got from Buffalo.
Yeah, Stephon Gilmore. Yeah.
Okay,
they gave him money.
He's making top corner money. But nobody else on that defense is making big dollars. Nobody on the offense is making.
I think Devin McCourty makes pretty good money.
But you look at Gronk is underpaid. Tom Brady is vastly underpaid.
Well, he accepts being underpaid.
Okay, but I'm saying, where are they spending? Tom is probably looking out like, this is what he's probably upset about Coach Belichick about. What you doing with the money?
I don't know. Good question.
Why didn't, you let Lewis walk out the door. You let Amendola walk out the door. You let Malcolm Butler walk out the door. So what are we doing with the money? The salary cap gone up to $177 million. So who are we going to spend the money on, Coach?
Just for the record, Belichick did go get Danny Shelton from Cleveland, but Cleveland had basically, they gave him, he was a former first-round pick, and the equivalent that they gave back was a third-rounder for a first-rounder. So I don't know, unless he just stole him, but he makes some money.
Hold on, Skip. Tom Brady says, what are you going to do for me?
Yeah.
I get it. You want to stop the run because they ran the ball down your throat in the Super Bowl. But what about my blind side? I'm trying to play till I'm 44. Coach Belichick said, I knew that. That's why I did what I did. I don't want you to play till you're 44. I want you up out of here at 41. Try to get you up out of here at 40.
Well, so are you saying that Philly should be the favorite? The Vegas favorite? The betting favorite?
This is what we know. They get their starting quarterback, the MVP, who's going to be MVP. He's coming back. They won the Super Bowl, Skip, with a backup quarterback who had counted this many, 3 regular season starts this year. They won it. They get Carson, who is a once-in-a-lifetime player. He's coming back. Tell me the additions that the New England Patriots have brought in that makes them better.
None.
Now, I get in the AFC, Skip, you're going to say they get back to the Super Bowl because they have the least resistance. Basically, it's 2 teams, the Steelers and the Jags. Let's be real, Steelers and the Jags.
Okay, so let's look at their schedule quickly because we know what the home and the away games are.
Right.
We just don't know the order, obviously. Right. But, again, their home games are going to be Indy, Green Bay, tricky. Minnesota, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that's a win for Minnesota. I got that right now. Case to do right now.
Deshaun goes back up there with Houston. Hope he's 100% healthy. That was a shootout last year.
Yes.
And then Kansas City with their kid quarterback with all their weapons.
Yes.
But with Alex Smith, obviously, they torched him on opening Thursday night a year ago. So those are the home games outside of the division games. Then they have to go to Jacksonville. No gimme. They have to once again go to Pittsburgh. They own Pittsburgh, even at Pittsburgh.
That's a gimme, huh?
You
hear that, Le'Veon?
One of these times, Pittsburgh's going to finally just say, hey, that's enough.
You hear that, AB?
Yep.
You said that's a gimme. Skip said it.
That's what you were saying last year.
You said it was
December 11th game.
No. I didn't. I took the Patriots.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you loved the Steelers.
I love their offense.
You fear Tom Brady is the problem. Didn't you pick New England to win the Super Bowl? Yes, correct.
Skip, why are you doing
I don't know.
Why you like bringing up old stuff?
So then the other away games are at Lions. It's no walk in the park with Matt Stafford.
Matt Patricia, too.
Yeah, Coach Pencil. Then at Bears and at Titans. Okay, and then you get to play the Bills twice, the Dolphins twice, and the Jets twice. Okay, so
this,
add it up. With Tom Brady, I don't care how old he is. Could I see 12-4 there?
Yeah.
Sure, I could.
And this is why I said, and the AFC, absolutely, they play in the worst division.
Okay.
Oh, but you don't say anything about that. The weak East.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. That's why Vegas is still saying Tom Brady plus that schedule equals number one.
Not to win the Super Bowl, Skip. You got to play somebody from the NFC.
Okay.
That means you got to play. You have to play Minnesota. You have to play the Eagles.
Yeah.
Possibly Green Bay. Carolina's going to be in the mix. New Orleans. I get it. The NFC has a tougher path to get to the Super Bowl, but I believe those teams the team that represents the NFC will be better prepared because of the gauntlet that they're going to have to go through, because everybody plays in a tougher division than what the AFC East is. You know that. I know that.
I get that. But we just saw Tom Brady throw for 505 on the Eagles defense, which is pretty good.
And you just saw the backup. The backup threw for 373 and 3 tubs. What do you think old Pennsylvania going to do?
Who, by the way, he could be the starter next year.
Yeah, he could be to start the season because Carson might be still injured. But he's not going to be starting if Wentz is healthy. Now, stop trying to see. I see what you're trying to do, Joe. You see what you're trying to do? You're trying to start something. You're not Michael. You're not going to be starting nothing. Because ain't nothing happening in the Eagles. This is Carson Wentz's team. Doug Peterson has made it clear. You don't trade 2 1s or 3 and a 4 to get a guy and all of a sudden say, oh, yeah, we saw what Nick Foles did in the Super Bowl. He's our guy now. That ain't happening, Skip.
I'm going to save it for our next topic, which is Cowboys and Eagles. But back to this one. 12-4. Seriously, you think Tom Brady's going to be kept out of another Super Bowl? I don't think so. Even right now with what he has left, he's just too good.
I want to see what they do at left tackle.
He's the reigning MVP.
I want to see what
At
they do at left
40,
tackle.
he won the MVP in spite of your hate.
Oh, whoa. He won because of default.
Yeah, by
Default. Yeah, the MVP hadn't gotten hurt in week 13, 14.
I thought Brady was on track.
No, he was not on track. Yeah, he was on the right track, but he was about to get run over because he's heading the wrong direction.
Really?
Carson went around, running slap over. 33-7, Skip.
So what you also underestimate is they do have this old coach who came out of retirement who coaches their offensive line named Dante Scarnecchia, and I don't know how he does. He keeps pulling rabbits out of his hat. He'll pull one out of his hat at left tackle.
Okay, we're going to see.
3 or 4 guys.
No, he ain't pulling no rabbit out of his hat.
They'll move Marcus Cannon over to right to left.
Do it.
They'll figure it out.
Do it.
Yeah. Remember, Brady gets rid of it so quickly, it's hard to get to.
He ain't get rid of that in the Super Bowl. Well, how quick did he? Why did he get rid of it quick then?
Because he was trying to outscore a team that was on its way to 41 points. 40. By that point, had they already scored 41? I think they had. They'd already put up 41, and he's saying, I got to get a little desperate here.
First time.
I got to take a little risk. I got to hold on to the ball just a split second longer. And I'm sure if he had it to do over again, he'd say, I should have eaten it. I'll live to play another play.
Eat it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Now he knows what it's like to feel like Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning, who's had consistent defenses give up 30-plus points. Now you know what it feels like, huh?
41 to Nick Foles?
Aaron Rodgers had a defense that gave up 51 to the Arizona Cardinals. But I ain't hear you complaining about that. You said if he's that guy, he has to win the game.
Well, that's true.
Okay, if he's that guy,
Tom Brady's overcome a lot of average defense.
Well, he got to win the game. If he's that guy, if he's transcendental, like you said he is, he got to win that against a backup?
He made a transcendental last-second throw that hit Rob
Gronkowski
right in the hands, and it looked like he had cement shoes on. I don't know what happened.
Skip.
I've never seen anything like it. It looked like he was stuck.
I mean, that's the second best tight end ever played a game. Don't do that.
I don't know what happened.
You do know what happened.
Who's the first?
You know what? That same path to Shannon Sharpe. How tall are you? 6'3"?
6'2".
6'2".
Yeah.
You go up and snatch that. You'd say, I own that ball. It is mine.
Skip, he was trying to go up, but the guy went up over his back.
Okay, but nobody held him down.
No, but I'm saying, Skip, if you're trying to go up and somebody hits you in the back, it's kind of hard. It's going to throw your momentum a little forward.
You just got to want it worse.
He didn't want the ball.
You got to explode.
You shouldn't have been in that position because had Tom Brady not fumbled the ball, you probably would have won the game.
Yeah,
he fumbled.
Was that not a great throw?
No, the
great
fumble.
Hail Mary?
Was that a great play by Brandon Graham?
Yeah. Did you see the move he put on Brandon Graham to get loose to throw the Hail Tommy? Did you see it?
There ain't no Hail Tommy.
Yeah.
No.
It was a Hail Tommy.
First
Boy,
of all, no. You don't get the call. It's got to complete the mission in order for you to get a catchy title.
Well, sometimes he needs a little help.
Oh, he did.
A little help.
Although Tom Brady needs help.
Yeah. Although knowing Brady, he's probably capable of running all the way down there and catching it himself. Now, that would have been
Although he had an opportunity to catch a pass.
Yeah.
Remember on 4th down, they threw him one early in the game.
terrible throw.
No, Skip.
It was a terrible throw.
Joy.
It wasn't the best throw I've ever seen.
Joy.
It was not. It didn't look like he could catch
Joy.
it. It wasn't a great throw.
Straight over his head.
Joy.
Very
Come
high.
on. Straight over his
Really?
head. I'm not sure Shannon Sharp could have caught that.
I can't even believe you, Skip Baylor. Skip, why do you do that?
I'm not doing it.
Why do you make every
That's a
excuse?
hard catch, man.
That wasn't a hard catch. It hit him in his hand.
It hit him in his hands?
Yes.
The Eagles hit Nick Foles in the hands.
I mean, the bigger question is why are you throwing that?
Whoa.
Like,
Now we question Coach Belichick.
Yes.
Oh, all the great moves he's made. Now we're going to question throwing the ball to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
They did it before. Julian Edelman threw him one up, running up the sideline. He caught it. And, great play. Look at Tom Brady. He's an athlete. Skip Bayless would have came in here Monday. Oh, you see that catch? You see that catch that he made? That's an athlete.
It would be irrelevant.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Oh,
He
no,
would
it
have thrown
wasn't.
for 400, so what's it?
No.
Yeah.
Would you
By the way, the next play after the quote-unquote drop pass was blatant interference on a deep ball to Gronkowski, uncalled.
No,
I don't know.
no.
Well, what's that
Oh,
about?
whoa.
And nobody wanted to talk about that because everybody fixated on he dropped it.
He did.
He didn't drop it. It was a terrible
Drop. Tom Brady. Drop.
No mercy. The Eagles won the Super Bowl last month, but they're still making moves in free agency. They added to their already great defensive line by getting Michael Bennett, and they could sign Haloti Ngata. On the flip side, the Cowboys have been quiet. NFL Network's Jane Slater reports the price is too high for Dallas to make a run at Earl Thomas or Tyrann Mathieu. And ESPN's Josina Anderson reported they have no interest in Ndamukong Suh. Shannon, how wide is the gap between the Eagles and the Cowboys?
I like the Eagles. The Eagles, old Cardi B, they be making money moves. Okay, how big is the gap? It's not as big as the Nile River is long, but let's say it's as big as Lake Havasu. How about that, Skip?
As wide as Lake
Yeah.
Havasu. Okay. All right.
You would agree with that?
Yeah, I'd buy that right now.
Close enough, good enough.
Now.
I didn't hear anything this offseason about Doug Peterson saying, well, I really need to make this offense more Carson Wentz friendly. It's like he good. He won a Super Bowl with the backup. And he gets the guy who's going to be MVP back at some point next year. This year. So we know that. Jerry Jones is standing. Now, I get it. You drafted all these guys on defense, Skip, and you want to give them a chance to flourish.
Yeah.
But Jerry knows how this works. He went out and signed Prime Time. Why did he sign him, Skip? Because he wanted to win them bowls.
Yep.
He wouldn't make the move for Charles Haley because he wanted to win them bowls.
Yep.
But now, all of a sudden, he don't want to spend no money in free agency. Okay. Let me know how to let me look. Eagles going to be there for a while because Doug Peterson, I like Doug. Doug, you said, you know what? Late January and early February, there's going to be a normal occurrence for us.
Okay.
Early December, it'll be a normal occurrence for you guys. Season over.
Yep. So
Get ready for next year.
We're going to finish last in the division. Is that what you got?
Y'all ain't going to win the division. I don't care where you finish. You won't be first. So if you're not first, you're last. So that's where you're going to be.
right,
That's
Ricky
what we
Bobby.
know. Yeah. I love what the Eagles are doing. Go out and get Michael Bennett. Put pressure, hits on the quarterback.
Say. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Skip. Spend some money and go get Tyrann. If you don't want to trade your first-round pick or second-round pick and get Earl Thomas, I get it. But the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, is right there. He's a playmaker. Skip, you need playmakers on that side of the ball. You don't take the ball away. You were 27th in big plays. Big plays are defined as plays of 20 yards plus or more. You were 27th. So you get no explosive plays on offense. You don't take the ball away and put points on the board defensively. So how you expect to win? Oh, but I guess, hey, You got the number one value. Team is valued the most. You sell more merchandise than everything. Jerry got his own TV, radio show. That's all fine and good.
Yep.
But they ain't get, Eagles about collecting them trophies now.
Whatever games we play in next year will be the top-rated games of the year in the National
You
Football
want top-rated? Eagles don't got no top-rated game. They just got that old Lombardi. Now, which one you want, Joy? You want the Lombardi or you want top-rated game? I don't know how y'all do it, but when you play football, it's all about Lombardi, not ratings.
Okay, so for once, and just for one day, you got me. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. The Eagles have won the offseason, or at least they are winning the offseason. Because to your point, you go out and pull off a trade out from under Bill Belichick's nose from Michael Bennett.
Yeah.
Belichick steps slow. Got to wonder about that. Got to wonder. I don't know what's going on there. Then you add insult to my injury. You go get Haloti Ngata. And I know he's more at the end of the line, but is he not a big old rock in the middle of that big anchor?
They don't want you to get no yards. They were number one in rushing last year.
And then I thought they might lose Nigel Bradham, and I have respect for him at linebacker. And yesterday they keep him, gave him, $40 million for 5 years? They gave him some money, and he's worth it.
Y'all lost Hitchens.
We lost Hitchens. And they also, the Eagles went out and got that Darryl Worley, who I like a little bit from the Panthers because they did have one big loss. Patrick Robinson, who was their breakout slot corner last year, he went to New York. So you got a little, and remember, they're a little vulnerable in the secondary. They're not great in the secondary. No. They're just pretty good in the secondary, okay? So that will help shore that up. And they did lose Trey Burton, who I also have respect for at tight end. But all told, they won the offseason to date. But I remind you, he who laughs last laughs best. And I will have the last laugh on this one before all is said and done. I agree with you about Jerry Jones. He is shocking me with how silent he is because Jerry Jones made his way in the world by plunging in the oil field and then plunging to buy the Dallas Cowboys when he was the outsider who had no shot. And he took a big shot, and he pulled it off. Yep. And then as a young owner of the Dallas Cowboys, he plunged and went out to the arch rival they were chasing in the NFC, run by Carmen Policy, and said, we will take Charles Haley off your hands. Remember this?
Yes.
This is the move. This makes way for 3 Super Bowls.
Yep.
And Carmen Policy was naive enough to say, we're sick of Charles Haley. Yeah, we'll give him to you guys. I know you guys are getting close, but he won't come back to haunt. Yeah, he did. He came back to haunt everybody on the schedule. And then to your point, San Francisco broke through in the first year of Barry Switzer after Jimmy was gone. And boom, Jerry goes out and plunges and signs away Dion from the San Francisco 49ers and beats the 49ers with Dion.
Yep.
Okay, that was the Jerry I used to know and love. I don't know what happened. He's a Hall of Famer now. Is he just resting on his laurels, right? I don't know. But really, the truth is, over the last 4 years, Jerry Jones decided, I'm not going to plunge anymore. The last plunge he made that I can see is for Brandon Yu's car. We're going back 4 years ago from Kansas City. He was just a free agent.
Yeah.
They gave him a ton of money. Yeah, and he was pretty good. He's still pretty good.
Yeah, the Ravens picked up his option.
No, I know.
But here's the thing, Skip. Granted, they do not. The Eagles don't have the best secondary, but what they're weak at, you guys can't take advantage of because you don't have guys that can get down the field in a hurry. Yeah. You guys don't have playmakers. You got one, and he happens to be your running back. Now, if you think you're going to run the ball for like 2,800 yards, one guy, okay, fine and good. But we know that's not going to happen. But you tell me that Dez Bryant and Jason Witten and Terrence Williams and Cole Beasley going to change people's lives?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Nobody can separate. Nobody can get free. Cole Beasley gets doubled every play, and his production dropped by more than half from the year before. That is scary. So what is going on with my Dallas Cowboys? They have become completely homegrown. It's draft or bust. They're just drafting kids, and they're saying, we believe so much in Will McClay, who's our draft master, that we're going to bet on all of his picks to grow, into real, live football players. And I saw flashes from the kids last year, maybe not enough, but they're saying we're going to stay the course with the kids. Orlando Scandrick, our guy who's been here a couple of times, he was kind of the odd man out, but he's still on the roster. So I don't know if they're going to keep him. That's like
he has to be released. He said he want to go elsewhere.
Well,
he want to win.
Yeah,
Ask Green Bay how that, just sticking with the draft, how that works out.
Well, I don't know. So their guy, they drafted DeMarcus Lawrence Taylor, as I called him last year. They tagged him. So they gave him $17 million. I'm good with that because, especially for the first 6 or 7 games, he was a force. He was
a force the whole year.
Yeah.
But guess what, Skip? Do you see that money that Jacksonville just gave Norvell, that guard?
Yeah.
Martin said, Zach Martin said, I got 4 Pro Bowls up under my belt.
Okay, and so that's what's happening. They're going to pay the people, the studs that they drafted. And they did keep David Irving with the second-round tender, and I think he could be pretty great. And they're just saying, okay, we're going to have to pay Dak, and we're going to have to pay Zeke, and we're going to have to pay Zach. And,
you got to pay DeMarcus Lawrence.
And we are paying Ty Smith, and I don't know about his back. It comes and it goes, and he missed too many games. And by the way, just for the record, Joy, I thought I'd throw this out. There was only one game that really counted last year when the Eagles played the Cowboys, and it was the one at the Cowboys. Guess who didn't play that day? Remember? Let's see. There was no Zeke. There was no Ty Smith. Interesting. And then, there was no Sean Lee on defense. And Joy's fantasy kicker, he couldn't play either.
You mean Shank Bailey?
Yeah.
Because you told me he's the bus.
He used to be the clutchest kicker ever. Well, he lost it.
Doink.
But at that point, he was out. So all those guys are out, and still Dallas led that game 9-7 at halftime over Wentz in a lifetime. I have no idea how that happened.
And
but
look at where you were at Atlanta.
Yep.
And don't look now, but the Giants getting better, Skip. They got Nate Solder. They making some moves. Everybody making money moves except your team.
So if my team has Ezekiel Elliott for all 16 games and somehow Sean Lee manages to stay upright for all 16 games, your Eagles will start to be in trouble because this is still a loaded football team that does have the 19th pick in the first round and the 19th pick in the second round. And trust me, one or both will be receivers. One, probably the second round pick will be a receiver. And that receiver will step right in and start. Jane Slater also reported for NFL Network that Jerry made a quote-unquote honest offer for Sammy Watkins. I'm not sure how honest it was because he got $30 million guaranteed to go to the Chiefs. But at least that shows me a sign of a little ray of light that at least Jerry tried to get into the bidding on Sammy Watkins.
I'll give you $5 million a year.
Maybe.
No, Sammy Watkins says I will not.
And Jane Slater also reports that Des Bryant is still dug in and will not take 1 penny less. So here we go. If again, the happiest day of my recent life will be is if Jerry finally sees the light and cuts Des Bryant, clears the decks, and goes with young receivers. I don't know who they are, but you just got to let others have opportunities.
I just don't see how they pay Des, that $16 million, $12 million base, and he's going to count, $16 million against the cap. I just don't see it. I just don't see how. He's not that guy. He's not Julio. Those guys, Mike Evans, those guys deserve that kind of payday. They deserved it. He earned the contract, but when you sign the contract, you don't get to say, well, I did this for the past 3 years, so I get 3 years to bull jive.
Yep.
That's not how it works. You have to continue, and he has not. 3 years. It's hard for me to believe to see Dez play dip over the last 3 years to say, you know what, now he's finna pick back up. I just don't see that happening.
It will not happen. I would completely agree. And there is another guy we've had on the show still out there on the market named Bryce Butler. Jerry, just do it. Just sign him. Bring him back. Give him some money. Give him some money. He's close friends with Dak Prescott. He's got a wavelength with Dak Prescott. Do it, Jerry. It's your only hope right now. Draft a receiver, sign Bryce Butler. That would do it. That would turn it around.
You're going to keep his son dead.
And what's going to happen with the loaded Philadelphia Eagles is they just might implode from within because you are underestimating what's about to happen. That we have never seen anything like this scenario in which the backup quarterback, quote unquote, just played the 2 best back-to-back playoff games in a championship game and a Super Bowl we have ever seen. Show me better numbers than Nick Foles put up in those 2 games. You cannot. So you're telling me that if Carson Wentz says he's healthy, and you know him, he's going to like run through a wall to be healthy. He'll say, it's my job and I want it back game one. He'll probably be a little gimpy, maybe not quite be ready. And Nick Foles, the Super Bowl MVP, will be over there holding a clipboard. Do you know what those fans are going to do in Philadelphia with the first incompletion that Wentz in a lifetime throws?
Bad deal.
Do you have any idea what's about to, the havoc that's about to be wreaked on poor Carson Wentz? No quarterback will ever be under more fire than Carson Wentz will be. He went from MVP front runner to, oh my God.
No.
This is
the Eagles fans won't even see the first 10 incompletion he throw. You know why? Because they'll be looking at that flagpole. Super Bowl champ.
Yeah. You wait. This is going to be.
Super Bowl champ.
This is going to be the story of the year in the National Football League.
Stop.
It's what's going on between Nick Foles and Carson Wentz, and it may end up being you have two quarterbacks and you have none because the pressure on both of them is going to bring both down.
We ain't got no pressure.
Yeah. If I were those guys, I would trade Nick Foles before the season.
Now, was it? Whoa.
Trade him. Just trade him.
Hold on. Why do you think they would ever take advice from you, who's a Cowboy fan and an Eagles hater?
Well,
They shouldn't listen to you. No.
Yeah. Well,
no.
listen to me now.
No.
Listen to me now.
They're loaded.
Yeah. They're loaded. I agree. I got nothing.
Shannon, I'm so proud of you.
What?
You're finally saying they and not we.
They are loaded. Like Sade say, they're loaded.
Growing. No mercy. The first round of the NCAA Tournament starts in about an hour. Arizona's DeAndre Ayton, Duke's Marvin Bagley, and Oklahoma's Trae Young will all be in action today. All three are projected to go very high in the NBA draft, with Ayton looking to be the favorite for the first overall pick. We're joined by FS1 basketball analyst Eddie House. Welcome, Eddie.
What's up? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who should be the first pick in the draft?
It depends on what team has that pick and what they want.
Right.
Now, NBA body ready right now, DeAndre Ayton, grown man, willing passer. I've done 2 of his games. He's a willing passer out of the post. We all know you throw the ball to the big man, black hole sometimes. He's a willing passer, has great feet. He could switch out on guards and actually defend them. I've seen him do that against Trace Tinkle, a 6'7" swing man, and clamp him up. One time, Trace got by him, met him at the rim, beat it up, then switched out on him again and just slid his feet and made him turn his back and get rid of the basketball. So I would say DeAndre Ayton because of his body is ready. And Bagley, he's ready to go right now, too. I don't think there's a faster big man from end to end.
Really? Yeah.
There's not one. He's super athletic. His second jump is quicker than a lot of people I've ever seen. It's almost like Sean Marion. You know how bounce.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's like that. So depending on what you want, you can't go wrong. I'm sorry. With either one of them, you can't go wrong. But NBA body ready right now, I would take DeAndre Ayton because his body is there.
If I had to pick right now, I'm taking Ayton. And I've seen Bagley and I've seen all these guys play, Skip. But DeAndre Ayton is a grown man in a teenager. He's a teenager with a grown man's body. I mean, he has a Dwight Howard. You remember how when Dwight Howard came out, he had all those caps on his shoulder? But this kid is 7'1". Do you know? Skip?
Did they say 7'1"?
Yeah, they listed him at 7'1".
And he's way more skilled than Dwight.
Yeah.
Way more.
Bagley and Ayton played a year of high school ball together. Can you believe that?
Nope.
Who beat him?
I don't know.
I'm taking him. I don't care who get that pick. I'm taking him because he's ready to play, Skip. 7'1" big man. Now, he doesn't shoot a whole lot of threes, but the days of the big man, and we say big, that can play with his back against the basket, and that's all he does, that day is over. These bigs now, they can go beyond the three-point line. They can shoot the 18-footer. They have no problem. They're good at the free throw line. So that's the way the NBA is trending. That guy can do it. Man, he's special. So come on, Brooklyn. Keep on losing, because I can see him looking good in the wide and go. Yeah.
He would look real good.
Hey, Pelicans, we'll trade him to you for Anthony Davis.
Would you?
Yeah!
Oh.
And
I
a
don't-
what?
I don't
And
know
a
if
New
I would
York
do that.
second.
I don't know about that.
I
don't
know
know if
about
I
that.
would either.
I trade him.
Anthony Davis proven right now.
Anthony Davis just turned 25.
Well, this kid just turned like 18 or
No,
what?
he's 19. He about to turn 20.
Yeah.
All right. This isn't even close for me because every time I turn on my TV and watch DeAndre Ayton, I've seen a lot of 7-footers at age 18, 19, and they don't have a motor because they never had to have a motor because it came so easily, through the AAU ranks. It's just they can just go through the motions and get their points and their rebounds. This kid has a hot motor. Like he plays, sometimes it looks like he's playing mad. And I love it because you don't see kids play this hard at this height this early. So to me, he will step out and shoot the three. Bagley can shoot it too, but he's a reasonable 36% three-point shooter. Doesn't take that many attempts. But I also love Ayton. He's a 74% free throw shooter. That'll work.
Yeah.
You know.
And in the UCLA at the semifinals, 32-14. In the finals, 32-18. So he giving you work on
not
both
playing.
things. Man, look at that picture. Look at the caps on his shoulder. He dribbling the ball. Look at Bagley.
That's the difference right there. Is the body is ready, and to your point, he makes his free throws. You can't foul him. At the end of the game, you don't have to take him out, and he can hit that baseline jumper, 15-footer, and the elbow jumper. So, I mean,
are we looking at
tough.
rare here? Are we looking at
yes.
difference maker,
Yes.
life changer for somebody?
Yeah.
Yes.
He looks to be the real deal, Skip. I mean, we've seen, like I said, we've seen guys, and everybody says, well, if he grows into his body, he can be really special.
Yep.
He don't need to grow. He don't need to grow out nothing.
He already in it.
He's good right where he is.
And his feet, I'm telling you, his feet are great. Feet are great. He could get out, switch out on the ones and kind of keep them in front of him, contest late. 2 and 3, he could defend them. We already know what he could do with the 4s and the 5s. I mean, I don't think there's nothing that he can't do on a basketball court.
So I heard Jay Bayless refer to him as Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Now, I know our younger viewers don't know Wilt
He don't run as
Chamberlain.
good as Wilt. He's not that fast as Wilt. You know, Wilt was fast.
So just for the record, to your point, when Wilt was at Kansas University, he competed in track and field at 7 feet 1 inches tall.
He did.
He ran the 100-yard dash. He ran the 100-yard dash in the Big 8 championships and ran 10.9, which is not that fast. It's 10.9 seconds. He's 7'1".
Yes.
I mean, it's not fast for a fast guy.
Right.
You know,
But for 7'1",
Bagley has speed like that.
Right.
Bagley
You
has
think
speed.
so?
Yeah.
All right.
You know he's the grandson of Jumper Joe Caldwell, right?
Yeah.
So
he got them genes.
Okay, so so back to Wilt Chamberlain. So he won the Big 8 high jump every year.
Yes.
And he threw the shot put. So
and
he's
he ran
got,
the 400. It was the
That's how strong
400-yard
he was.
dash.
Okay, so he did all that, and then 1 year, 61-62, in the NBA, obviously, he averaged 50 points and 26 rebounds.
Now that's
50
not
and-
going to happen again.
50 and
Ever.
26?
That's never happening
Well, I
again.
mean, it's freakish.
Yeah.
He was like Jim Brown was freakish to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like, and again, maybe they're playing against a lot of white guys at that
Yeah.
point, but again, they just dominated in ways you can't dominate like
No,
that
that's
anymore.
never happening again.
But in this case, this kid, my eye test is telling me
he-
red alert.
Yeah,
Like
he-
this is coming, man. This is going to be like he's the runaway first pick in the draft.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm fascinated, and this is from your neck of the woods, obviously in Phoenix and the Pac-12, but they closed with a rush. They won the Pac-12 regular season. They won the conference tournament. They got seeded 4 because they got punished because they were
hosed.
involved in the
Yeah.
FBI investigation, or the wiretap, right? To me, I would not bet against them to win this tournament, win March Madness,
Just
win
that
the whole
second
thing.
round game is going to be real tough. I got whoever comes out of that game, I got them winning it all.
Duke?
'Cause- No, they play Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky second, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
they play Kentucky.
Yeah.
So whoever comes out
Oh,
of that,
yeah,
I got them
They
winning
got a lot
it.
of bigs too. But this kid's
And
real
good guard
deal.
play.
Yeah.
You need great guard play, and Arizona has great guard play. Lonzo Trier,
He's pretty
a
good.
player.
Yep.
I don't know about that guard play.
Raleigh Hawkins,
I know they got
he's a
that.
player.
They got that center play.
They got two, but they got two 7-footers.
Yeah.
Ristich is a 7-footer. He's one that plays below the rim while he play above the rim.
So
They got a
Trae
good
Young
mix.
gets a reprieve. They should not be in the tournament.
No.
We agreed with that. But they got Rhode Island, which is going to start like 15 minutes after our show ends today.
Watch he dropped 40 on
Yeah.
Rhode Island.
There's
You know
another
what?
na-
He should.
There's somebody else that you guys are leaving off that list. Colin Sexton.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
The Alabama
Oh,
guard. Yeah.
oh
he's
man. I'm
special.
telling you.
The Texas kid, Mamba.
Like him a lot.
He's skinny. He's
he's
going to be
long.
a project.
He's long.
He'll be a
Bamba.
project. I don't think
Bamba.
he has a skill right now. He's going to be a project.
Yeah.
I'm
Somebody
not.
who-
I'm not drafting no projects. I need somebody to go right now.
But you can't teach that.
You can't teach-
6'11", 6'7".
No, he's like 7 feet.
Yeah.
So
So you
how,
can't.
7'4"
how
wingspan.
high would you take Trae Young? You're out of that same mold.
Depending on, like Phoenix, they need a point guard. Depending on where they land at, you got to take him. But be honest, I might take Colin Sexton over him. I just
Well,
like
they went head to head, and I
I
watched
watched him
every second of it. And Colin
in that
Sexton put it
SEC
on him.
tournament. I mean, he willed by himself, 2 games. He did it by himself.
And he made the
You know
last
what Colin
shot.
Sexton remind me of? And he kind of looks like him. De'Aaron Fox.
He does. He
do.
He got the same skill
He got
set.
that speed. Yeah, he has that end-to-end speed.
Yep. Just the right and left, and he's just like
I would
all over
agree.
the place.
Yep.
But he was letting that thing go against Auburn.
Oh, yeah.
Trey Young led the nation in scoring and assists and turnovers. That's a bad sign. It's just a bad sign.
I think they wore him out. They wore him down. Everything was going through him, man. And I said it like with 3 weeks left. I want to see how his jumper's going to look 3 weeks from now because he's taking too many shots. His usage rate is extremely high, and the first thing that goes, once you get tired, your legs go, and then your jumper go.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened to him down the stretch.
Yep.
Thing ain't wet like he always hung in.
No, that thing wet. I ain't gonna diss him like that. His thing wet, but not like this.
I might have to go to the court and take you on, Eddie.
Nah, you don't
Can
want
I-
to do that.
Ooh, put that face. Hey, that face sloppy.
Put some money.
That
put some
jump
money-
was sloppy
put
what
some
I
money-
got. Huh?
Put some money on that.
What?
But I don't do
Did-
anything for fun.
Okay.
Wait a
Yeah.
second.
Okay. Hey, well, that's easy
you
money.
know who you're
No, that's
talking
easy
to?
money. No, let him
Well, what
let him
does
do
it
that. That's
say?
easy money.
Okay.
Do
That's
you know
easy
who-
money.
Yeah, I know it is.
Easy
you
money.
know
Yeah,
what
it
he
is.
did?
Easy money.
That's what I'm saying. Easy money.
Yeah, for me.
Do you
For
know
me.
what this man did
Just
once
slide
upon
it
a
over to
time?
me. Just slide. You might as well give it to me right now.
That
Eddie,
pressure.
just explain
Ain't no
to me what
pressure.
you did 1 year at Cal. Just explain what happened
Oh, yeah,
at
the
Cal.
61.
61?
A soft 61.
61?
Eddie, that was like 15 years ago.
It don't matter. The jumper don't go nowhere. You just was talking about yesterday, Area 21, right?
Oh, that
You
ain't
seen that?
wet. That
You
thing
did,
was
yeah.
wet.
Didn't touch no rim.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, no rim though.
If the net move,
With a hoodie on.
if the net move, I don't even count it.
No, the net gonna move.
No, it ain't gonna move.
It's gonna go this way and
No.
then come back.
No, that thing.
Make that thing sneeze. Bless you.
Shannon, when was the last time you shot a basketball?
Oh my goodness.
He too big to shoot
Senior
a
year
basketball.
of high school?
He too big. Yeah.
1991.
Yeah, both out here.
Yeah.
You shoot it like you're setting a
thing was-
volleyball.
Now
that
look at
thing
where
was
it's at.
nice.
Yeah.
That thing was
You already
nice.
know. You already know you can't shoot. Look where you holding it.
No, hey, okay.
Yeah, that push shot.
Oh.
You got that push
I
shot.
hit 52 in high school once.
No mercy. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green all missed last night's Warriors win with injuries. Steph is expected to miss the next 4 games with a right ankle sprain. Klay could miss up to 2 weeks with a fractured right thumb, and Draymond has a sore shoulder. The Warriors are currently a game and a half behind the Rockets in the West. We're joined once again by Eddie House. Eddie, how vulnerable is Golden State?
Oh, without Klay, without Steph, they looking like a regular team. You know, let's look at their Quinn Cook, Nick Young, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, JaVale McGee. Is that getting it done?
Well, Draymond was out last night.
Yeah,
He's
but
all beat
he'll
up.
be back.
Yep.
You know, he'll be back. But Steph, first off, Klay is a two-way player, so he's super important to
Yeah,
them.
'cause he always takes the team's best player,
he's gonna
huh?
take their best offensive player, and he could stretch the floor out. So if he comes back and he's not shooting that well, he's still gonna add a whole lot to you because he's gonna defend. Now Steph with this ankle, there's 4 times he done rolled it. He done rolled it without stepping on somebody's foot before. So it's getting a little weak, and we know he's had ankle problems before. So I'm worried about that because he is their playmaker, and he is the X factor on their team, the most important player on their team. So now you lose 2 of your best shooters. Now the floor just shrunk. Now the floor just shrunk. Now you can help a lot. Now it's going to be a lot more work for KD. It's not going to be as easy. Them getting to that elbow. It's not going to be as easy because guys is not hugging up. It's going to be help. Now he's going to be kicking to Nick Young. Nick Young going to have to step up. But then when you look at rosters like Cook, Nick Young, Durant, Draymond, and JaVale McGee against Chris Paul, James Harden, P.J. Tucker, Trevor Ariza, Clint Capella, that look like that roster's getting beat, right? You look at Dame Lillard, C.J. McCullough, Nurkic, it looks like they're vulnerable. So with these injuries, man, it's healthy, they're hard to beat. But with these injuries, man, they are just a regular team, it's looking like to me.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Steph's going to be out for 2 weeks. He missed 2 weeks in the playoffs. Are they vulnerable? You better believe they're vulnerable. Because as Eddie was saying, the thing that makes them so spectacular is that it's so hard to help on Kevin Durant because the floor is you drop down if you want to and try to double him and he kick it to Steph or Klay, you know it's flat. Steph and both of those guys are constantly moving. So you don't get a moment's rest.
Right.
One time you're like, okay, I'm good. And the next thing you know, a shot's going up and it's splashing. So, yes, they are very vulnerable. They're going to catch it. And, I mean, Houston feels comfortable. I think Houston, Capella, James Harden, and Chris Paul. Now, we've all seen what Chris Paul has done by himself and had the greatest success. We saw what James Harden did last year. But
We did? I couldn't see it.
Well,
What happened?
Regular season.
Oh.
I think he just got wore out, though, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
Game 6, he got wore out.
No, the
Close
whole
out game
season.
in Houston.
Oh.
I couldn't see it because I couldn't see him. I think he.
Well,
I don't think he played in that game.
Well,
he was
well,
there.
you saw what he did. He did something. He's gonna do something to the Spurs. Well, we ain't gonna worry about the Spurs because they're probably gonna make the playoff this year. But they are very vulnerable because if Steph Curry does not come back, Skip, they will not represent the Western Conference in the final. If Steph Curry is not healthy, they going home.
I doubt that. But here's my big picture takeaway from this question. The basketball gods continue to shine on LeBron James.
Oh my God!
That's my takeaway from this.
We talking about the Warriors. Here
Yep.
you come again with LeBron.
I'm looking at the biggest picture. Look what is going on in all of basketball right now. LeBron got his help at the trade deadline, and they're kind of fits and starts, and I don't know.
They hurt too.
Yeah, they're a little bit. They're going to get whole. You know it, and I know it. And right on time, they're going to have all of their parts in place. Meanwhile, let's just start in Boston. Let's start on your side. Do you realize that obviously Gordon Hayward now looks like he's just done for the year?
They shut him down.
And Marcus Smart, who's an extremely valuable piece, it looks like he might be gone for the year with a torn tendon in his thumb. Are you kidding? And I don't
Stop
know.
snatching paintings off the wall in the hotel room.
Oh, so that's it. Yeah. And then, I don't know if you know Daniel Tice or not, but he comes off the bench. He's a really nice player for Boston, gave him real quality 15 minutes a night. He's gone for the year. Jaylen Brown just got concussed, and I don't know, that was a
he'll be
serious
back.
situation. I would hope so. And now Kyrie Irving's got a very troublesome knee, and I don't know, he's going to try to sit maybe the rest of the regular season out and try to get right for the playoffs. You want to talk about vulnerable? They are suddenly vulnerable. You have little to no respect for the Toronto Raptors, so all of a sudden, cakewalk to the finals for LeBron James. Cakewalk.
Baby dinosaur.
No, Toronto.
Well,
Toronto for real.
They look
DeMar
like the real deal.
DeMar
Yeah.
DeRozan. They splashing the three, and then they got guy at the end of the game, late in game situation. DeMar DeRozan getting buckets. He has yet to let him down.
I've heard this for like 5 straight years, and then what happens is he get buckets against Cleveland when it counts.
Yeah, when we had Kyrie,
He extended his game, though. He definitely got a whole lot better. He's able to hit the three now. You know how well he could play that mid-range game. Now he's hitting that three. He's almost unguardable right now.
I don't see it, which brings us back to the Western Conference. And again, your kryptonite, LeBron James, LaShannon Sharp, used to be my San Antonio Spurs. And now you don't have to worry about them because they turned into a nightmare because Kawhi Leonard decided he didn't want to play. I don't know what's going on, but that's what happened.
He said his doctor hasn't
He
cleared
wasn't
him.
healthy. He wasn't healthy.
Right.
Yeah, the San
They forced
Antonio
him back,
Spurs medical staff, which is the most patient and conservative in all of basketball, cleared him to play 6 weeks ago, and he still won't
He
play.
said he's hurt.
He still won't play.
Well, it's
So
his
whatever
body.
happened. It's a disaster. It's chaos. And these are the Spurs. These are the Patriots of the National Basketball Association.
and you're not going to the playoffs.
Well, I don't think
Oh, they got
how
a
can
shot.
they make it?
Y'all got a shot.
Oh, a shot.
It's
Look
only
at their,
like 2.5. Only
yeah,
2.5 out
look
from
at
the
their
third spot.
Yeah, go look
I mean,
at their
from the fourth
closing
spot.
schedule. It's the worst in
Yeah.
the West. It's just the worst. I don't see how they're going to make the playoffs. And now they're losing all their close games because, I don't know, Pop's losing a little of his fastball maybe. I don't
We'll
know.
trade you
I just
Kevin
don't-
Love for
Yeah.
Kawhi.
Huh.
We trade you Kevin Love for Kawhi.
Well, it looks like he wants out. So all of a sudden, LeBron does not have to worry about a team that I thought could win the West this year. And now the team that should win the West, Golden State, has got, to your points, these are some real issues going on here. Because even if Klay comes back from a fractured thumb, it's his right thumb.
Right, shooting hand.
You're going to get right back in the groove? I don't know. And Steph that's like a 50-50 proposition. Now that you've had 4 problems with
Right.
the same ankle, okay? So what if, can they get by James Harden and Chris Paul?
No.
Yes, I think they can. But if they do,
without-
they're not going to be what they were last year.
Hold up, without Steph?
Steph and Klay?
Yeah. No, I believe without Steph, they could get by.
No.
Kevin Durant, he's the best player in basketball.
There's not enough
No, he's
three-point
second.
shots out there.
Monster. He's a monster.
I gave Houston a chance, even with them being healthy, because they got 6 to 7 guys on their team that can knock down the three. If you could count P.J. Tucker hitting the corner three, if you could get one game of him being a consistent three-point shooter from the corner, they got 7 guys that can knock it down, and that's all you want. You want somebody that can match what Golden State do on the three-point line, and Houston has the roster built to do that.
I heard this last year about the Rockets when they had
But they didn't
Lou
have
Williams and
they have
Patrick
Paul.
Beverly.
But Lou Williams not a knockdown. He's a
Yes,
scorer.
he
No,
is.
he's a scorer.
My God.
He's not a knockdown
Go
three. He's
off.
a scorer, though.
Yeah.
Not a knockdown three. I'm
But
talking
Ryan
about knockdown
Anderson
threes.
was out of his mind last year, and it looked like, oh, they're
Hey, don't think
they're
I'm gonna let you-
raining threes.
Don't think I'm gonna let you sneak that in, okay? Kevin Durant is the second best player.
No.
We know we're the number
No.
one player. He's in
mean,
Portland tonight.
No, he's clearly the best player.
Eddie, talk to him, Eddie.
No.
Oh, please, come on.
No.
Seriously?
He's number 2.
Oh, it's Kevin Durant.
But he's right there, but he's not there.
Wait, LeBron James plays no defense. Kevin Durant is 4th in the league in block shots and has turned into a really good rim protector. I'd say it's Kevin Durant.
Average more points, more rebounds.
What do you
more
call
assists.
him? The 7-foot
He a monster. Yeah,
He is.
but
He's a monster out there.
But what is LeBron?
Huh? Wait, who was
What,
the
he the
MVP?
king?
Wait, hold on just a second. The MVP of the last year's finals was...
The MVP.
Oh,
hold
it's
on.
Kevin Durant.
So, hold on.
Iguodala was MVP one time.
So he.
So?
I mean,
So Nick
okay,
Foles.
so, yeah, so
Nick
fold
Foles better
in,
than
right?
Tom Brady.
There you
Nick
go.
Foles better than Tom Brady.
Wait a
I'm
second.
glad you said that.
No, that was head-to-head LeBron James against Kevin Durant.
That was head-to-head.
Yeah, it
Nick
was
Foles
head-to-head.
against,
Yeah, it was.
against Tom Brady, head-to-head.
Wait, does Tom Brady get to play defense?
What?
If he could have played safety in that game, they would have won
He
that.
played receiver. He played receiver.
Wow.
And looked like
Yeah, he
Dan
did.
Pride.
Talk a little bit about that game. No mercy. Our next guest finished second at the Daytona 500. You can see him drive the legendary number 43 Chevy Sunday at the Auto Club 400 on Fox. Bubba Wallace, welcome to Undisputed.
Thank you. I appreciate it. How are you guys?
Good to have you.
Thanks for coming on with us.
Were you surprised by how well you did at Daytona?
No, I mean, I should be ready for it, right? Should be surprised. But no, I think it really went really well. To be able to finish second my first Daytona 500 just really goes back to everybody at the shop at RPM to give me this opportunity to build a car how we needed it. One spot short. The King was not too happy about that, but at the end of the day, he was pretty pumped about finishing second.
The king is Richard Petty.
Yes, sir.
When you're late in that race, you're like, I got a chance to win this. What's going through your mind? How do you try to get in position to try and ultimately win the race?
The hardest thing about those races is no matter if it's 10 laps to go or the last lap, it still takes forever to get right back around, and the wrecks happen pretty quick. So the whole time I was just telling myself, stay focused, try not to wreck, don't make any dumb bold moves,
Right.
and one spot short, like I said. So to be able to do that and to keep the car clean pretty much all race long, dodge a couple wrecks is. I guess we had the good graces on our side that day. So for going there and get to experience it all, it was definitely a whirlwind of a week.
You're the first African-American full-time driver since Wendell Scott in the early 70s, and NASCAR has made a concerted effort to try to get the diversity program up. So how did you get into NASCAR, and how's this diversity working?
Yeah, so I started racing when I was 9 years old. Had no dreams of being here today talking to you guys. Just trying to being competitive and racing each and every level. Spent about 2 years in every series and moved our way up. And next thing you know, one door led to another, and we were knocking on the door for a NASCAR ride in the K&N series and signed on with Joe Gibbs Racing. And we were trying to figure out what was next, and the diversity program came about, and we had 2 great years with that. So NASCAR's really dumping a lot of effort into getting that program to where it needs to be to give minorities a chance in the sport to let them showcase what their talents are, and we were able to do that. Winning 5 races, I believe it was, second, third in the points. So we were pretty excited about that. And so without that, we did a lot of off-track stuff that gave us the big publicity boost. So I think without that, I wouldn't be here today. And to see where it's come, or where it was there, and to where it has come now, is pretty special.
So your mom ran track at Tennessee.
That's
so
right.
how much were you pulled toward conventional sports?
Oh, a lot. Huge college football fan, and definitely with March Madness coming up, and we're actually doing pretty good this year, so it's good to see that. Come up just a little bit short against Kentucky last weekend, so that was a bummer. But yeah, I'm a fan of all sports.
You was born in Mobile. You moved to Concord. Did you move to Concord because North Carolina is NASCAR capital? Is that the reason why you moved to Concord?
No, it wasn't. My dad's business of industrial cleaning had begun to grow, and so he had moved up to Concord before we did, and we moved in later. And it wasn't until 7 years later we moved to a new house, new school, started all over. he bought a Harley Davidson, and the guy who owned the bike shop to help him fix it up and everything, he raced go-karts.
Right.
Invited us out to come out and watch. Next thing you know, we went out and bought a go-kart and went racing.
Now, I don't know, did you know that when you moved to Concord is about 30 miles away from Mooresville. Mooresville is where Dale Earnhardt Sr. rests his soul. That's where he lived. Did you know that at the time of you moving there?
I did not know that at all. And now that I live, I'm 5 minutes away from DEI, his old race shop. So before all that, no idea. Now I know the history, of course.
So back to Daytona. Denny Hamlin got so upset with you after that race that he said he's not going to let you play in his basketball league anymore, and then you pulled yourself out of his golf league. So go back to break it down for us. How do you, in your view, what transpired between the two of you?
Yeah, no, we were just super competitive, and we ended up. We both ended up having torn up race cars right there at the finish, and I guess I cut his tire. I'm not sure, but that just shows how competitive we are, even fighting for second, and we just.
And you had some words, or he had words with you.
Yeah, we had
It
words.
looked like, when I see the video, it looks like you're kind of taken aback by it.
Yeah, I was so pumped up finishing second, and everything that we have gone through, I was just like, okay, are we done here yet? And we got through it. We're fine now. We've been able to talk about it and move on through it. So,
But no basketball?
no basketball. Dale Jr.'s got a league, so we had
Oh,
talked
so
about
you
that.
went
I
to the
got
other league.
something. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
And no golf?
No golf, but I can play on my own time, so it's okay. I need to get better anyway. So that was good practice.
You mentioned the King earlier. The King is Richard Petty, who's arguably the greatest NASCAR driver ever. He won over 200 races. Talk about driving for him and driving in that iconic 43 car.
Yeah, this is I've driven for a lot of big teams, and being here with Richard Petty and being able to see kind of his presence and what he has and the impact he has on just everybody is incredible to see. I mean, we're going to sponsorship sales or meetings, and people are leaving their meetings, and usually it's the driver at the time that it's like, hey, can we get a picture? I was one taking pictures of him and the King. So it's pretty special to see that and to hear the stories he has and the words of wisdom that he always wants to give. Is I sit back and I'm like, man, I'm really driving for the King right now. So we just spent a couple of great days in Wyoming at his cabin there, and come out here to get ready for this weekend. So he's pumped up about this.
Win the Daytona, he might give you one of those super birds or something.
All right.
Well, before we let you go, can you tell us about your sponsor for Sunday?
Yeah, so Farmer John is jumping on our car. Excited about that. They've been a long-term partner with RPM, so it's a chance for them to get their spotlight, and this will be a new challenge for me. Being at Auto Club for the first time in a Cup car, the speeds are outrageous compared to Xfinity. So looking forward to that, but we'll see how our Chevrolet Camaro Z01 turns out.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.
Be sure to check out Bubba in the Auto Club 400 Sunday on Fox.
No mercy.
Thanks for listening to the Undisputed Podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. We're back at the same time tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern. We'll see you then.
Fox Sports 1 of 1.